What's good with y'all boys? We back with some more Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Today I want to talk Sugar Rush, the promo part two, and eggs. First and foremost, right? What you want to do is make sure that at some point, right, you're completing your sets. It's 7 sets. They give out 7 eggs. It takes 292 overall Sugar Rush players. I already did mine. I redeemed it. We did it on stream. What's gonna happen is basically you need 292 Sugar Rush players. You redeem it. You can do it 7 times, and it's gonna give out random mystery eggs, right? They can get glitchy. They can get glitchy. You might get trash. You might get some heat. You might get some fire. Is what it is, right? But on me, on my last pull on the 7th attempt, and again, it was on stream, it was all documented. I ended up getting a LTD egg. I believe it was the lineman for the Seahawks. I forgot his name. Let me see real quick. Unopened packs. I got a few eggs actually, a lot of eggs. What is that? Here we go. The chef egg, right? I think it's Walter Jones. I could be wrong, but these are all the ones I got so far. I got the chef egg, flying egg, two jungle eggs. I know he's a Jet. This is George Kittle. Mixed egg, that's gonna be a Redux. Excellent egg, that could be I think 95 pluses. Egg K egg, that's obviously AKA old school egg. Ultimate Legends. Small eggs could be literally anything. Shovel egg, uh, Quandre Diggs. It seems like Cardinal egg. I forgot who that was. Alphabetical egg, CD Lamb. Bullhawk egg, AJ Hawk. And extravagant egg. I think that's 92 pluses. I don't remember, or 95 pluses. I think this is 95 plus, and excellent egg is 92 pluses. It looks like, yeah, I think so. Yeah, because the carrots are high on extravagant eggs, right? So that's that. What you want to be doing is playing the house rules, right? Now they can get tedious after a couple of games. Good thing is they don't last long. It is college OT rules. So what typically happens is by the second possession. So let's say you get the ball first, right? If you score that touchdown and then you take your extra point, boom. By your opponent's drive, right? What'll happen is that'll be the drive that decides who wins and who loses. And what I mean by that is if you get a pick or a forced fumble, obviously you'll win because it's overtime rules, right? But let's say they score six, right? What typically happens is after they score six, they'll go for two, and that'll be the ball game right there. Either you'll win it or you'll lose it right there when they go for two. So typically they don't last long. I've only played one game where it went to like I think 5 overtimes. Aside from that, the games last probably like 3 minutes. It's not really sweaty, and if it is, like I said, the games don't last long. You know what I'm saying? Like if your opponent is that good, then you'll lose instantly. You know what I'm saying? But most part, it's pretty easy competition. It's a low elo, so you won't get matched up with guys like I don't know, Henry or John Beast or Fancy. Like odds are you're not going to play them unless like you just have like that bad luck. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, it's pretty easy competition. No one's really playing this. I feel like people are really focused in right now, mainly on playing ranked mud champs and gauntlet. So that could be like definitely a chance right there to grind out eggs, not eggs but carrots. And again, you get 100 carrots per win. That's what makes it tedious. Cause I did the math, and in the store you need to win 100 games, not in a row, but you got to win 100 games to afford one extravagant egg. And just one extravagant egg costs about 9,000 carats. I already bought the whole store, so I can't show you guys like the exact number. It does refresh again this coming Thursday. It'll refresh. You see right here, refreshes in what is that? On the 17th refreshes. Everything here refreshes on the 17th. So you do have time for that. And again, I'm no money spent as of right now of this recording. With no money spent for this promo, there's no point of buying cards, packs, bundles. One, because we are already in April. Man 26 drops in August. This is a terrible promo. The cards are pretty bad. So with no money spent right now. And The reason, in my opinion, why the cards are so bad, cause I'm not using any of them. The ones I'm using are just like the low elites. That way, like I could just track my objectives. As you can see, I got the tight end right here, not the overall tight end. He's a backup, and Jennings right here, another backup. So those aren't two players that I have in my lineup for this promo because the cards are they're pretty. I can't say they're bad because stat wise, ability wise, they're good. The biggest problem with this promo for champs and LTDs are the big abilities, like I said in the last video, right? And unfortunately, EA dropped the ball with this promo so far for part one at least. They could change things to part two. And the abilities, they're baked in. And the problem with that is they cost AP. Like we're paying 1 AP for Gunslinger and 1 AP for Escape Artist, like I said in the last video. The last promo, All Star Athletes, these was free. These were both 0 AP buckets right here, right? You want to compare him to Charlie Ward? Charlie Ward he had Gunslinger and something else. I think Hot Rod Master. Both for I can't spell. Both for 0 AP. All right, here we go. Where's he? Here we go. So them making us pay for AP is going backwards. Like why would we do that? We just had this for free. It does not make sense at all. Even AK icons, they're starting to get baked in abilities, but they're free. We had famous Jameis. He had a baked in ability for 0 AP. The Ring of Honor guys even had 0 AP stuff. Here goes James right here. It's protected though for 0, but still, it's still free. You know what I'm saying? Even Ultimate Legends, they got free baked in abilities. We get more AK icons tomorrow with Fruit Punch, Marlon Humphrey, and the Snowman. They get baked in abilities. Those are gonna be free. Even the rank cards, the tight end and the cornerback, they get baked in buckets for free. As you can see, red zone threat for 0, tank for 0. There's no reason at all why Sugar Rush Part One has its paying for AP. What I want to get to, right, is Part Two now. If Part Two is the same as Part One, and we have to continue to pay for AP for baked in abilities, this promo's a dud. This promo's a dud, and I feel like there'll be no point for eggs on Sunday. I feel like at that point, the eggs, the LTDs, the champs that drop on Sunday, they'll be just as useless unless you have the AP for it or they're for your theme team. There'll be no point to having them, because look at it. They already took away our AP. They lowered it down. Now they're giving us baked in abilities that are forcing us to pay AP. If you don't have the AP for it, then you can't use those abilities, and that just is what it is. So let's say George Kittle, right? I don't know. He might get whatever he gets, right? He gets 2 buckets baked in. Both cost 1 AP apiece. It's like, what's the point now of even using them? That's just 2 AP that I got to spend now for no reason at all. When we just came up for promo that had 0 AP, that was baked in. Even back to Ring of Honor cards again had 0 AP. Why are we paying for AP now, especially in April? Or at least let us be able to take it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they fix it to the point where we could at least take it off and not be charged for it, like Deshaun Jackson, right? If he could just take off this 1 AP ankle breaker, this car would be so 1,000 times better. And just keep it with Deep Elite for 0 AP. That would be so much better. So at that point, you have to analyze, like, all right, but is it worth trying to get eggs? Is it worth trying to keep all my eggs? Like, should I cook some of my eggs? Because now, right, not eggs, but carrots. Carrots, now the conversion is 1 carrot is 25 coins. So if we do some math real quick, I'm at I'm at 3,455 carats. Let's see real quick. 3,455 times 25, right? And the coins, that would be 86K. So if I wanted to, right, I could just quick sell this LTD right here, the chef egg, right? That's 17,440 times 25. That's 400K coins right there that I just made. And LTDs, if you quick sell an LTD, that's only 350K. So now you gotta assess. Now you have to assess: is it worth it to keep these eggs, or should I just quick sell them to carrots and take the coins? Because everything's gonna happen on Easter Sunday. It's gonna be a whole nother market crash, just like how it was on Zero Chill. Remember that, where LTDs and champions that came out that day, they were still kind of cheap. I don't remember an LTD being more than 1 million coins, and those LTDs were insane. I remember Gonzalez was insane. Malik Neighbors, his car was insane. A lot of those cars was insanely fire, but they were still cheap. So now you gotta look at it like that. Will these cards be worth? Will these eggs be worth keeping all the way to Easter Sunday? Like, should you quick sell them? We got to look at that and figure out like what's EA Sports gonna do this Thursday. Will they let us change the 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 abilities that's baked in? Can we take it off? Is it just stuck like that? What's gonna happen? Because that's gonna play a huge factor in part two of the promo and on the Easter Sunday. It's gonna determine the value of a lot of cards, no matter how good the stats are. Abilities and AP. That's what matters the most right now in late Madden. What abilities can I get and how cheap can I get them? So you guys got to think about that. That being said, that's what I wanted to touch about. That being said, y'all be easy, y'all be safe. As always, God bless. Keep it locked in. We're going to see what happens this Thursday, and then we'll go from there. Again, we got all these eggs as no money spent. The chef egg, LTD, flying egg, jungle egg, two of those, mixed eggs, all of them, no money spent. We just about got every single player egg, almost every player egg. No money spent, no packs, no bundles. You know what I'm saying? We keeping the eggs that are actually worth value. We're not just gonna keep any egg. No, we want the ones that actually make sense and has value. That's about it. I'ma holla at y'all.